I don't know when it is in gameplay that you realize, like, oh God, I killed them all as Ellie. You know what I mean? What did I do?
Is that a sniper rifle?
Uh-oh.
Stay on the dock. I'll go get a boat and pick you up here.
No, I can help.
Not with this.
Girl, you have one arm.
She is so tough.
She's badass.
But, yeah, Abby doesn't want any more blood on her hands. So just like with Owen, she wants Yara to stay behind.
Get down! Abby, what the fuck?
Manny?
You by yourself?
Yeah.
I like the dynamic between Abby and Manny.
This sniper's a fucking bro.
Just a couple of
What are you
bros.
doing out here?
A couple of bros.
We were supposed to hit the island tonight. Then this pendejo showed up.
Tommy's so
I sent the
cool.
guy to call for help.
It's so interesting how very few players guessed that this was Tommy right
Oh,
here.
really?
Yeah.
I need one of those boats. Now.
Just because it's been so long and you forget about there's a whole other cast of characters that are on this island, and now
Let's do it.
these two stories are starting to merge.
Right, at first it feels coincidental, like, oh, she just happens on Manny. It's like, no, Manny was targeted. The revelation, it's Tommy.
What? No wonder he was so good.
I'm like, oh right, this whole other game that's happening finally collides. If you don't see a character die on screen, you should always question their death.
You all right?
That music is so ominous.
Yeah.
I like how she's just burying the death of her friend.
Yeah.
Just stay, again, she has this very narrow focused mind.
And the realization that it's all gonna come crashing down.
And the guilt, I would imagine, right? Like, the thing I would be burying in that moment is, oh, that's that guy? Oh, I'm complicit in the death of my friend.
There's another one of those that's, if you were to see the making of it, it'd be so funny because they're like, okay, and wave, and wave, and you'll have to act the physics of the boat, and then later the animators like touch it up.
In the earlier days of this game, there were 5 days that the girls were sort of doing their thing in Seattle.
And now we're on their territory.
There was a whole day where Ellie would go to Scar Island to give you this opportunity to see them in the same nurturing way that we would see the stadium, where you get to see them take care of their children and their seniors, and you get to see them farming, and you get to see them be human people. But we cut it because ultimately it didn't shift Ellie's journey. Oh, this scene.
This is a heavy scene. Unlike the rest of the game, which is just
A comedy.
that shift right there for Yara is really nice, of going from grieving to protecting, consoling. Yeah, that's right.
Talking to her.
Those cuts.
Trying to make her understand.
And she knew it was gonna happen. She knew that's what the outcome was gonna be.
She started chasing her.
Lev's an optimist.
Trying to make her stop. It's just pushing her off of me. She hit the table.
With everything that Baby Lev has been through in this past week, this is truly the death of his innocence.
Mm-hmm.
Did nothing wrong.
Now these three have become the us, and the WLF is about to become the them. There's this little connective tissue right here of or this moment of connection between Abby and Lev that I love, that she hands him the bow. Just the exchange, again, this exchange between them.
My baby. Baby.
Sweet baby. All she can do is arm him.
This way.
Got one!
Oh, this is
This is the... Yeah. So originally you would come into this island, and this is where we would have killed Lev, and
Yeah.
we had these concepts of stone mound graves, and that you would find Lev being buried in one. But instead, we flippity-flopped it.
it's funny. It's like Abby stopping Lev from doing the thing she couldn't even do, is grieve for
Yeah.
the person she loves. And there's our second Isaac scene.
What the hell are you doing?
Well, not a good look.
This was really fun watching you guys play, this back and forth. It's like every other time you've been able to reason with Isaac, but
He saved my life.
he's at the end of his rope.
By the way, we'll deal with you back home.
He's not one of them, please.
Abby, move.
God damn it, he's just a kid.
Isaac doesn't see a kid, you know?
You have 3 seconds to get away from that scar. 1,
You really gonna shoot me?
2.
I'm not fucking moving. That facial expression was great.
No! What the fuck?
And Jeffrey Wright gave us a lot of deaths, a lot of falling in all these different ways. I remember that. This was another one of those where we wanted to make the volume feel bigger and run with the characters. And then we had a hard time, I don't know how much you remember, Laura, of like getting this beat to land right here, this exchange between the two characters, until we
Come on.
somehow, I don't remember the exact
You're my
order of events, but we came up with this line right here. You're my people.
Yeah, we were on the stage and it just wasn't quite working. And you came to me and you said, let's come up with let's brainstorm some other lines. And I said, you're my people. And you're like, okay, that's it. And you just walk back on set. And it really, it's become my favorite line in the game, because it is, to me, it is the unifying idea.
This one here is actually one of my favorite scenes in this game.
I agree. This one's really great.
It's just the visuals, the
tragedy.
exchange, how far we've come. Just the idea that he's cold. The weather.
She's so Joel here. She's just such a dad here.
This is, again,
Yeah.
this is one of those things that's very easy to write on the page. She takes her jacket off, she wraps it around Lev. Very hard to execute and
Oh,
make it look
God.
good. Look how she's looking at him.
Well, it's like now she's looking at a small version of herself, right? She
Yeah.
knows what it is to see your parent dead, to see your world burn, and now she's just got to helplessly watch another person do it.
This is, again, where the two stories are barreling into each other. And we have a series of losses. I mean, there's this nice dramatic irony. The player already knows what's waiting for Abby inside, and they're like, oh my God, oh my God,
Yeah.
oh my God. And they're waiting to see how this
If they
plays out.
remember, a lot of people forget.
No,
But
really?
as soon as they see Alice,
Oh yeah, Alice is the
that's the
trigger.
giveaway. What can you say to someone that just lost his mom and his sister at the same moment?
Alice is the only dog that actually has to die in the game, which was a fun thing during press, when people would be like, why do you want us to kill dogs? And it's like, you don't actually have to in any of the setups. They're all voluntary kills, but Alice is the only requisite one.
I'm pretty sure we're always careful to say you don't have to kill dogs. But we didn't say you don't have to kill a dog.
Dog. The cutest dog that you play fetch with.
Be careful.
This is, Laura, you make this look very easy, but this is a very hard scene, I think, watching from the outside to act, which is you have to go from grief to pure rage. I think, Hallie, this was your throwing up that you wrote into this scene.
Yeah, I think probably.
It's such a great visual of how much grief somebody can take before your body just rebels against it.
Yeah.
This little, the way he says Abby here.
Abby.
Almost afraid to show her this might lead to the people that did this. And of course, this was Ellie's mistake of dropping the map here in her panic attack. And and the music is doing a good job of just taking you internally into Abby's head. Now she's regressing back to the vengeful spirit she was before. Our main characters collide, or about to collide.
I think one of the things that makes Laura's performance here so special is that this character is so hard and so terrifying, but in every scene where Laura is scary, there's also this patina of vulnerability, of fragility that's coming through, where you can feel that she's quaking with rage, but there's so much complex stuff happening underneath that rage. It's really great. You're not bad.
It's funny because it's the same way I feel about Ashley's performance. So there's always this.
Just that rage feels so real.
She's so good too, like fucking one shot.
And from her perspective, it's Jesse's an NPC.
Yeah.
He means nothing to her.
Get out of here!
Stand up! Now!
Don't you fucking dare!
Shut the fuck up! All right? Stop! Stop!
What is so beautiful here, or tragic, is that Ellie doesn't get it. Right? What Ellie's about to say here is like,
I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did.
well, he did it to save me. There's no cure because of me.
And Abby's like, what?
Not
It's
about that. I don't know how much Abby cares about it. It's about her dad.
You killed
told my friends.
Like, I showed you mercy.
And you wasted it.
And players were so uncomfortable here. Like, I have to go up against Ellie now. And this is very much by design.
Who is scary.
She's wily, but you're beefy.
Stay here. Watch the exits. Don't let her leave.
If I remember correctly, Ashley, we had you like have water in your mouth when you delivered some of the lines here. 'Cause your mouth is meant to be filled with blood.
Yes. Wow. Okay, because I remember I was, as my usual, I was like, why am I just laying here? I would try everything I could to try to get up and go save her. So I think the water and having that and having sort of showing or being able to hear how messed up Ellie is in that moment. This is the other scene that lives in my head. The knife to a pregnant girl's throat. It's so terrible, but in her mind, like, Ellie just intentionally killed her pregnant friend, and Mel is so visibly pregnant. And the fact that Abby does not kill them shows that she's kind of in a little bit of a better mental place, I think, than Ellie is.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
she's
grown
also
a
got
little
her
bit.
moral compass, like,
Yes.
right in front of her.
Yeah.
Well, there's like
Yeah.
two versions of love right in front of her. One is
Yeah.
a destructive one of like wanting to do justice by the people that I've lost, and the other one is wanting to do right by this kid that I've come to be their protector. And she
Who's already
chooses.
seen too much violence, who's already experienced too much wrath, right? It's like, he needs peace.